My biggest thing in life is not reaching my full potential, and it scares the living daylights out of me. This brand can be something incredible and I can get to $1 million studio, but I just didn't know how, like what levers to pull, what systems to implement. I don't want to look back and be like, oh shit, I didn't do everything I possibly could to make this not just for me, a 1 or 2 studio thing. Like I want to make this a big movement. How do I make all of that work?
You were saying that this was the first time in your business that you don't have to do everything. And Sophie's saying that you've net grown every week since you've been with us.
Yes.
Even through winter.
Yeah.
Even when you weren't there.
Yes.
What typically was a thought that was going through your brain at night?
I would have given up a lot of times if I wasn't so stubborn and driven. I've almost closed that business that many times. I'd love to have lots of franchises. I reckon if I could get to 10 or 15, I'd be like really proud of myself.
What do you think would be different in the way that you do it versus other people that are trying?
I think I'm going to find a lot of fulfillment and joy in helping other people start a business that is profitable and gives them their own business that they perhaps couldn't have done by themselves.
Sounds like you're kind of doing it for other people to not have untapped potential.
Advice for someone else who is going through the same process and they're not fucking doing it. You've signed up to get help, but you're not accessing it.
I can't make sense of it. Don't sit there and complain if you're not doing everything in your power. Complain once you're literally doing it, and then you'll probably have no reason to complain. I don't get it, but I think that's why a lot of people stay stuck. It's so much easier just to complain. The reason that you're facing these problems is because you've unlocked new levels to get there. There is no finish line. You just keep going and new shit keeps on coming up that you have to figure out and solve. It's not going to end. And if you want it to end, you should probably just get out of business because it's just not going to.
There is no finish line.
Keep going.
You know why? Because it's you. It's you. It's me. It's him. It's you. It's you. It's like, it's us. Like the business is just a reflection of us. Hey, Indi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Welcome to the pod.
Nice to be here.
For the audience, we've got Mr. Benjamin here, we've got Sophie, and we've got a special guest, Indi, one of our epic members. Indi, we asked you to come on the pod for 1 episode, but we're going to hijack you for 2.
Done. I'm here for it.
But in typical unfiltered form, are you cool if you just kind of, let your guard down and talk about whatever you want?
Definitely.
Wherever this goes?
Always.
All right. So just for the audience, run them through who you serve, what kind of concept is, whereabouts you guys are, etc.
So I have Pilates studios the brand's called Core Culture, and we have a clientele. It really does vary. So it really does go from young women all the way through to women in their sort of 60s, 65.
Yeah.
It is mixed genders, but really we are focusing on women.
Yeah.
I would say our market, it is for women that love to train hard and they want results and they want to be in beautiful space at the same time. So when I opened Core Culture in particular 3.5 years ago, there really wasn't spaces that gave women a really intense Pilates workout that was very technical, but then also being in a beautiful space in a business that delivered on really high-level customer service and support, as well as the awesome workouts. There just wasn't somewhere that was giving both. So that's how Core Culture was born.
So it's predominantly Pilates.
Yes, Reformer Pilates.
Reformer.
Yeah.
Why is Reformer on fire at the moment?
So,
Why is it so fucking hard to do?
it really is just such a good workout. It's the machine itself. You can take the classical Pilates repertoire and you can do so much with it. It is just limitless. You're getting the resistance, you can get cardio, and then you're taking the classical Pilates. It just works.
Do you get many fellas in the class?
We're getting a lot more. Great for tradies, great for surfers.
Tradies.
Heaps,
huh?
yeah. So especially up on the beaches.
What's
so
what's
many
sort of
tradies.
getting them in the doors?
The
Probably their
Brolades.
wives.
Oh, their
Yeah.
wives. Oh, so their
Probably
wives are the
their
members?
wives. Yeah, it's so much easier to con your husband into a membership if he's also coming. So I think that's part of the tactic.
I feel like that's a bit of an offer.
Yeah.
Good for their backs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that yeah? We went up to who did we visit?
Spirit Pilates.
We've shout out the Spirit Pilates team in just outside Caloundra, and I did a dynamic. What's it called? Dynamic. It was like a hard Pilates, like hard reformer.
Like an athletic reformer. So that's what we offer.
Yeah, I
Great.
fell through the machine. So is that normal for guys?
People do that.
Okay, it's not just me.
Fall through, fall off.
My legs went like I looked
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
It's
wait
so
to
fun.
see the video.
It's all good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all
Okay,
good.
cool.
It
So it's
happens all the
normal.
time.
And I was showing Nate my heart rate, and it was like in zone 2,
It's intense.
and I'm like lying on my back. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I felt great afterwards. So more guys are doing it, but predominantly ladies. So in the industry, the thing that we always kind of like scratch our heads about is like, why is Pilates so big at the moment, but Pilates studios can still be a bit stuck as a business?
Yeah. Great question. I think people don't know how to run their business properly, and that's become far more evident to me coming in with Geronimo.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What were you doing before the studios?
School.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like you were a teacher?
No, like I was at school. I started this at just before I was 22, so I was teaching. Yeah, so
You
quite
started
at school.
you started the business at 22.
yes, which probably is also part of the reason why I started the business, because I was like, I could do this. This is so easy.
Yeah.
Do you reckon everyone thinks that?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, so they think Pilates, how hard could it be? Everyone likes it.
I was a great teacher. I was sick of teaching 30 hours a week.
I like Pilates. I should do Pilates.
Yeah.
Easy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Grew up in a family where everyone ran businesses.
Did you?
So I think my dad's always run businesses, and he was like, this is a lot harder than you think, but let's do this. I'll support you. He's an accountant. He's like, I'll do all your books for you. Got a rude shock. It's not as easy as I thought it would be. A lot more skill goes into running a business than
Amen, sister.
anticipated. But yeah, that's how I started. So I was teaching for a few years and doing nutrition at uni, and then stopped that and opened the studio.
Fuck.
And how'd you go from 1 to 2 studios? What was that
So
journey like?
we actually had a pop-up at one stage in the Upper North Shore. So went from 1, did the pop-up in the Upper North Shore, opened the 3rd in the Lower North Shore.
Yeah.
The lease ended on the pop-up.
Okay.
Decided that 3 studios was intense because we were only 18 months into business.
Yeah.
So just stuck with the 2.
So you're 23 by now.
Yeah. With my time again, I probably wouldn't have gone into 2 so quickly.
We literally did a pod about that.
Yeah. You can get a lot more, really grow the 1 and get a lot more profit from the 1, because now I'm trying to, and doing it well, and it is growing, but growing 2 is a lot harder, obviously, simultaneously than 1. And I'm trying to put systems in to grow a business properly into 2 rather than 1. I probably could just be at 1, turning over the same potentially if I had my time again.
Okay, so we think that's the pattern, right? Is like Pilates is booming. I like Pilates. It doesn't look that hard to run the business.
A lot of teachers now, so a lot of girls throwing up studios.
Oh, really?
So many.
Well, like the teachers, they start
Deciding
there.
they'll start a studio.
Right. So talk to us about, like, before you met us, what was the business like?
Yeah.
What was, run us through like a week in the life of Indi.
Yes. So I came in Geronimo potentially not in the same position that a lot of people are. It was a profitable business and doing quite well, probably by, I don't know, like the average person's expectations. Like we definitely weren't in dire straits. But my biggest fear in life is having untapped. I'm going to start crying. I'm a crier.
Don't. I will too. And hey, I said the same thing yesterday. Untapped potential.
That's like my biggest thing in life is not reaching my full potential, and it scares the living daylights out of me. Great for drive on days where you don't want to work. And I know that these studios and this brand can be something incredible, and I can get to $1 million studio, but I just didn't know how, like what levers to pull, what systems to implement. I started this so young, and I've got no one around me that's been in this industry before. And the fitness industry is so tough.
Bro.
It's like hospo, but
Yeah.
your clients aren't drunk, so they're way less forgiving.
Yeah.
So true.
You're dealing with
Ours were, but yeah. Indi, why did that make you upset?
Probably because I'm still in it now. Like, yeah. So smiling at me because she knows I'm a crier. Yeah, it's just important to me. I don't want to look back and be like, oh, shit.
I quit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or not even I quit because I'm way too stubborn for that. Look back and just go, I didn't do everything I possibly could to make this not just, for me, a 1 or 2 studio thing. Like I want to make this a big movement. And then I think when you're a female as well, like you want to have a family and all of that kind of stuff. And it's like, how do I make all of that work? And I'm in that right now, having just gotten married. I'm like, okay, I need to just like figure out how I have a big career and a big business because I want that and be a mum and be around and be a good mum. And there's quite a few layers to it.
I love that. Why didn't you go for an easier option?
One thing about me, I love doing things the hard way.
Well, you can look at it like that, or
Yeah.
maybe that's a bit of a signal. You know, we talked to the community the other day about the difference between amateur, semi-pro and pro.
Mm.
So the whole thing is we all have fears.
Yeah.
We all have fears,
Mm.
and they never go away.
Mm.
They're always there. The difference between an amateur, though, and the other two is that the amateur runs away from them. Okay? The semi-pros, they look like pros. They sound like pros. They will say pro things, but they only face the fears when times are good.
Yeah.
Right? In the background, they have like lapses in consistency, lapses in the discipline. You know, Soph gets them all the time that, or the team does, they kind of only do their numbers when they know they've had a good week. Those ones.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's tough doing your numbers when they're not great. But
Doesn't
it's
change the
important.
numbers though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're there. It's
They won't go away.
important. Yeah.
Now, you know what sets the pros aside apart from those other two? They've got the same fears that are always there. They're always got the same struggles, but the pros decided to stop running away from them. It's just a decision. It's free. No, you don't need us to do it, right? It is a free thing to do, and it's just a decision. So, like, even in the pro room, you know, on that Thursday morning room that we run, like all those people there, and you heard from Kano 2 weeks ago, I think it was, right? That guy's just got mongrel.
Yeah.
He had plenty of reasons to quit.
Mm.
Like every other sane person would have probably quit. But he broke through those barriers and now he's on the other side of it and he gets to enjoy the thing that he promised himself that he would do when he was standing out the front of that Kentucky bus when he decided like he's not proud of the life that he'd built back then.
Yeah.
So I think what happens is like you get to the point where you are now where like the pain of staying the same, you know, it almost makes you emotional, right? Like the pain of staying where we are now hurts more than the pain of change.
Yes.
And to still go through it
100%.
and to get to the other side.
Kind of random, but I was listening to a Diary of a CEO podcast the other day, and they did this test in a lab on rats. It's kind of weird, but they basically hooked their tails up to like this wire to see the resistance of like them running away if they had cheese in front of them. And then they tested it, but the same thing, but it was like if they put the scent of a cat behind them, and they pulled so much harder to get away from the fear and the pain, I suppose, of being caught rather than towards the pleasure.
So we bring out some cheese. Now bring that cheese out and bring the rats out.
But I just think that is so like, you know, it's exactly what we're talking about. It's the pain of staying the same, or it's like a lot of people start these businesses to kind of like as a fuck you to some of the pain that they've been through before, and that's what drives them. So I think even though you're saying like you love doing things the hard way, it's because you've got a really strong driving force. It's not just because you like want to make heaps of money or something like that, which would be the pleasure part where you wouldn't work as hard.
Yeah. I would have given up a lot of times if I wasn't so stubborn and driven. I've almost closed that business that many times.
Yeah, seriously, man. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, everyone in the audience listening, including our members, they've all had those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy as well because your members just would never know. They're like,
No.
you
Oh,
rock
they're like,
up
oh my God,
and
Indi.
Yeah,
Like, they're
they
like, you're
see-
killing it. I'm like, I cried 4 times on the way here. I hate this place today. Get me out.
Yeah.
And it's the same, yeah.
Something we talk about a lot because you kind of like, you love fitness. So then you start doing it and then you're like, oh, I could get into the industry. You start doing that. And then you're like, oh, I could own the business. And then your own well-being probably falls away a bit. And the thing that you loved going to stops being that. It's like, it's a head fuck for a lot of people.
I couldn't train in our gym.
Yeah. No, you got so like shit. You're like, music's not loud enough.
I
like,
just couldn't,
What's
like-
going on
I
over
struggle
there?
Yeah, and then like some prick would in summer it's like, when are you going to get the aircon? And then in winter, when are you going to get the heater? It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you, man. You paused last week because you went to the toilet. Like,
It's so true.
yeah.
I struggle. I train out of hours now by myself
Yeah.
because you just can't switch off the same as well.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that trainer, I need to run them about this and that.
And I got jealous too because people used to say like, oh, I train, I exercise for my mental health. It's like, well, when I go to a gym, I think about work.
Yeah.
I think about like, what's the kind of that equipment? Or like, you just can't switch off sometimes.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
100%.
But previous to joining us,
Yes.
it was a bit of a everything all at once, hard.
Yeah.
And
I was doing everything in the business.
all the hats.
Outside of instructing, I was doing literally everything and with minimal plan,
Yeah.
not tact, probably more of a plan
Yeah.
and a system.
Yeah.
I'm still struggle with that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had no real plan with where I was heading and how I was doing it. And yeah.
And when you kind of laid in bed at night and you've got those racing thoughts, what typically was a thought that was going through your brain at night?
Oh, money stress, always.
Right.
Yeah. I, bless his heart, but have been definitely raised in a household where there was money fear all the time from my dad because he's an accountant. Very conservative.
Yeah.
Great.
Shout out to the accountants.
Yeah. Amazing that I have it on hand now. I didn't realize until quite recently.
Yeah, that's actually an advantage, dude.
Listening to the sessions that you're running, I'm like, I've got this covered.
Fuck yeah.
By my dad who I can trust. It's
That's
not just
awesome.
like I've got a good accountant. He's always going to look after me
It's scary.
and do it properly because
Yeah.
I don't reckon that place would be standing still if I was in charge of those
Legit.
books.
Yeah, legit.
So thank God I've had that covered the whole time. But yeah, money stress, just not thinking about it from a logical, strategical point of view.
Just
With-
panic.
Just panic and often at times possibly not completely warranted.
Oh, that's interesting.
I didn't grow up in a situation where there probably was any need to be stressed about money. But
Yeah.
just with particularly my dad's outlook, it was just about making sure there was always enough,
Yeah.
despite potentially not being that necessary to be
Yeah,
worried.
Yeah.
And at times there's been points where there was warranted stress in the business, but then being stressed probably when I didn't need to. It was like I didn't know where to channel my energy, so it would go there. And I think being part of Geronimo, it has put in perspective that there's peaks and troughs for everyone and there's a plan that you follow and a way to grow and there's a light at the end of the tunnel, quite frankly. I think that's been the biggest thing for me.
When did you join?
So if
Been
you
like
wanted
a
to
couple.
join-
Yeah, it's
Not
only
long,
been a couple
couple
of
months,
months, maybe
yeah.
like
Alright.
4 or so months. What I do remember is one day when we were coming here to do the podcast, I was listening to your sales call recording. That was the first one. It would have been like,
How did she go?
no, I did really well actually. Like sometimes I get really
You were
surprised.
shocked in your voice when you were like, oh, that was actually quite
No,
good.
yes, exactly. She's followed the script. No way.
Motherfucker.
Chick. Of course I followed the script.
Yeah,
No, you'd be
you sign up on my
surprised.
birthday, 30th of April.
Yeah, there you
go.
go. Okay, right. So what's changed?
Lot more systems. We are growing the revenue a lot more steadily as well, which is great. We've had a winter where I've not completely lost my mind, stressed, and I was gone for the whole of June too.
That's fuck. So you
Get
got
married.
you got
yeah,
married
so I was like really
in the
not on
first part of
comms
winter,
either. Yeah.
and Sophie's saying that you've net grown every week since you've been with us,
Yes.
even through winter.
Yeah.
Even when you weren't there,
Yes.
and
I
you
was,
weren't
like,
up the
really off
road. Were you in a
comms.
different country?
I was in Indonesia getting married. I didn't care what was going on. I was getting married. I was like really not on comms.
And it's still net grew
Yeah.
week on week.
Yeah. I've been able to really put in perspective what I actually need to do, what needs to be done, and not doing busy work all the time, which I think instantly helps. And then a lot more systems and a lot more direction for my manager, which means if I've got instructors and I've got a manager, if I don't work for half a day or a day or go away for a month, it doesn't matter so much. It keeps moving through. So I'm not doing everything from 5 a.m. till 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week.
You're
like
not.
I was. No. I
What are you doing instead?
kind of work normal hours, to be honest.
What's normal? Because like business owners don't know what normal is anymore.
Yeah.
You've seen that there's like I know you normally say this, but there's like a trend at the moment on
Yeah.
Tickstagram where they did like 9 to 5 workers. It's like the government workers is like 9 to 5, and then it's like normal work 9 to 5, and it's like now a business owner, and he warms up and he just goes whee. It just goes right around the clock because there's non-stop, right?
Always.
So, what's normal hours?
I would say I'm sitting down at the desk 8:30 to 6, working. I'm then working a little bit and on call, obviously with fitness. Like you might get a call at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
These things do happen. And then Saturday mornings. But that was way less. I was working from 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning until 10, 11 o'clock at night because I'm also a solo founder.
That's interesting.
Which I now see why a lot of people aren't solo founders.
Well, there's pros and cons for both.
There definitely is, and I probably wouldn't be like the best person to be a co-founder with because
You're a psycho?
yeah, definitely. But I do look around at the people that have co-founded business and I wish I had that sometimes.
Well, there's pros and cons.
Yes.
There's pros and cons. Like we get just as many coaching. We got one this morning. We won't mention names, but yeah, someone's out. Like it's a partnership.
Mm.
Yeah,
And they contacted us and said, hey, just so you know, I'm fucking out. Right. They've had a dust up and, you know, there's nothing like business or moving in with someone like to really test a relationship. You know, half this audience listening or watching, if they're in a partnership, there's 100% days.
I will say as someone who is a solo founder, Geronimo's kind of filled that gap for me.
Yeah, it's a network, right?
Yeah, and I have coaches that I can bounce things off of and sense check, you know, like you come to the table with your own ideas, but just sense checking this. Does this seem like a logical solution? Or I had something happen a few weeks ago that really rocked me and I jumped on a call and she kind of talked me through thoughts. And as a solo founder, having a network like Geronimo it truly is invaluable because you feel like you kind of get that little bit of sense of people you can bounce off that you might get in a co-founder.
Oh, like a
Yeah.
partnership. So to go from doing everything yourself, working around the clock, to being able to disappear to a different country for a month and net grow every single week through winter, to the point now where you don't actually have to do everything and you've reduced your working hours and your revenue has grown. That's kind of the summary so far.
Yeah.
And in 3 months. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Can you, like for the audience, because let's get a bit tactical for a second, what like 1, 2 or 3 things can you look back on and just go, okay, fuck, things changed when I installed, that got better once you installed like these particular things? And Soph can probably help you along the way here. What was the first thing? Or did you used to do free trials? For those of you, look at my shirt. Can you see my shirt? Like free trials. Yeah.
We have never done free trials, but we did week unlimited for $49, which
Pretty much the same.
might as well be the same for Pilates in particular with the cost of it. So we did have that. We've brought in our 4-week intro offer, and it's just been a game changer.
How much? Is
We're
that?
now about to push it up to $290. It was $269 and it's going up to $290 next week. I haven't even told Soph yet. It's going up to
that.
You just
$290
did.
next week.
You just did. And what's the
love that.
conversion rate on that thing?
We are we're hitting the 40% with our leads.
Fucking yes.
Gangster.
It's
Oi,
tough sometimes, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
oi, like for those of you that are in the audience, like, you know, there is a frequency out there that people are dialing into, that cost of living crisis, the tariffs, Trump, what else?
Fucking the weather.
The weather,
the parking near my
Everything.
studio.
there's not enough parking, the petrol prices,
Cost of
and
living.
cost of living, like and they're turning their prices down. We heard the other day, we got a call the other day that there's a studio that turned up to our front door, like, let me in, right? And they got told by someone else that does kind of what we do, but like the Temu version, to turn your prices down, to turn them down. That's the reason why you're not getting members. Right.
God.
And so you've been with us you're not the only one, but people that have been with us for about after they get past the first 6 weeks, somewhere in like month 2 or 3, they get to a point where as long as they're hitting their 40% sales conversions, we get them to turn the prices up, which is what you've just done.
Yeah. We've gone up a few times. We started at 229 and they went 249, 269, and now we're just going to go to
Hang on, you started at when? 199?
It started at 49.
Oh, you started at 49.
We started at 49, then we went into 229.
229.
So we started pretty high because it is a
Well, your premium.
studio.
Like, so it went from 229 to
49
to 269.
and then I think we'll go to like 290 or
299. Yeah, look, I reckon as long as it stays with the 2 at the front, no one really cares what the other numbers are. It's just it's in the same region.
Yeah.
How many sales were you making a week back at the 49, and how many at the 2 something
honestly,
now?
probably no different.
No different?
to
Yeah.
now.
Oh, so like the sales volume didn't decrease because that's the
and
theory.
they didn't roll over either
Yeah.
because
That's the hook.
we were bringing in
Dog shit.
That is
people that kind of like
shout out to the bin chickens.
yeah
out there.
they might not we're not really qualifying them.
Yeah.
Anyone can afford $49. We were getting in people on holidays. We were getting in 18-year-old girls. We were getting people on ClassPass, and then we'd jump to the intro offer and then go back to ClassPass, and it was just like
So you're making 5 times as much up front, and they continue on a membership.
they
It's
pretty
pretty
much
simple.
all. I think we're actually higher than 80% at the moment. I think we're about 90% rollover.
Imagine what happens when you start doing inductions.
I know.
So hitter.
We'll get there. No, 2.5 months in, I'm okay with it
Yeah.
because now we're installing it.
Like, I just need a second.
Yeah, it's like drinking from a fire hose sometimes with us. So this is nuts. Okay, so the first thing you did was you ditched the shit trial, and then you brought in a proper profitable offer, and you've turned the price up on that 4 times.
Yeah.
And you're hitting your sales. So talk to me about sales. Like, what was the process before, and what is it now?
We didn't really have a sales process before, to be honest.
Shock.
Yeah. So now we're following the sales process. I've got Emily in there, my manager. She's amazing.
Shout out to Emily. Emily, you're amazing.
Yep.
She loves sales. So
Does she actually?
she does.
I'm gonna
So
make sure
she
shopping next
came
week.
from like a
She's been doing
big
great.
gym. Yeah, she came from a big gym doing sales for them. So
Fuck yeah, that's a good
she's not
find.
scared of the phones.
But
Girl.
the thing
Good
that
girl.
I loved was like we talked about you nailing it first and you followed the fucking script.
Yeah.
And we did some call recordings and then you were able to pass it on to her when you went away and the sales conversions, I think they probably just improved because she was
Yes.
dedicated to that rather
Yeah.
than you trying to do everything.
And she does really love it.
yeah. Yeah.
She thinks it's like this fun game. It's
No,
not a
yeah,
game
she
that
loves
I
it.
like playing, but
Yeah.
she loves it.
But that is kind of a bit of a quirkiness. But I interviewed a salesperson on the way over here, and when I interview sales, because we've worked with a lot of salespeople.
Mm.
We used to have 3 sales teams in 3 different countries. Salespeople are a bit fucking weird. Like they
they love it.
they have to
They're
love
wired
it. Like
different.
it is a game.
Yeah.
It is a game that they play. So when you find that person, they are gold.
She's great.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we went from no sales process to now we've got a person that's not afraid of the phone. And when a lead drops in, what happens?
She gives them a call within 5 minutes.
Fuck yes.
Always 5 minutes.
Good. And then when they pick up, what does she do?
She's got the gift of the gab, so she just gets going and follows the script.
She follows the fucking script. Great. So then they sold. She collects $200 and something now, puts it into the system, and then they turn up to your studio. And then over the next 4 weeks, you're installing the 80% rollover system at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have been hitting 80%. This is probably not great with podcasts, but we've been hitting 80% without the system anyway because it's a great product for my system.
Well, that helps.
That helps.
But it is moving up over that 80% because we're installing the system,
Yeah.
which is great. Those people that maybe wouldn't have naturally sort of
Well,
rolled over are getting hit now.
Yeah, and what it's done now is it's like that's fine if people are like naturally good at it, but like X Factor can only take you so far, particularly when you crank things up and you try and systemize that across. I know we're having a chat soon about, how far you take this brand.
Yes.
Like when it's not you,
Exactly. And it's
you and
just-
M, and it's someone in core culture, whoop, whoop, like they need a plan to follow. Like they need a system
100%.
to follow. Like
100%.
that's where it's at.
That's actually a conversation Emily and I had the other day. I'm very conscious now as well of growth path for, staff and
Good.
employees, which I didn't before, and I'm very conscious of ensuring that she knows there's places to go.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to stay on the phones forever. She's
No.
done this for the last 5
Yeah.
years across different brands.
But it's teachable.
Yes, so she's learning this because maybe when it's just her and I with 2 locations, we're a bit more across it, but she knows that we need these systems that when we do grow this to other areas, she can teach other owners
So she can go with
the
you.
rollover systems and that kind of stuff.
Mm.
So it's very valuable for that reason as well.
For you to be able to not be at the studio and do everything all the time now, how's your team set up at the moment? Just for the listeners, because the listeners love when we get into the nitty gritty and then we go back out and talk about like plans.
Yeah. So right now it's myself as the founder, and then I've got Emily, who is sales manager, my right-hand woman. She probably needs another
Wing woman.
Yeah, she probably needs another person. And then I've got contractors as my instructors.
Yeah.
That is one of the biggest challenges within particularly the Pilates industry, I would say. It's very much built off of contractors.
Oh, that's a problem in the industry? Or that's just a factor?
Yeah, it's pros and cons to everything, but I am definitely noticing it is incredibly difficult. But then, of course, as a business owner, there are pros to contractors.
Yeah, sure.
The industry is set up quite uniquely across the board. I see that in the Pilates chat, in the Slacks. Everyone struggles with it. So it seems to be very Pilates specific, particularly.
Yogis? Were the yogis a bit like that?
They can't. I'm sorry, but they can't even get past.
Yeah, I was about to
script,
say
so
it's not. It's
really.
Yoga it is,
They
but
are
I think
talking to that team.
it's very different.
Yeah.
Pilates, you're trying to, I suppose, Pilates, there is the mentality of being able to scale these businesses like you would a big gym. But we are very much still stuck in the contractor bit, and it makes for very strange dynamics. And then you've got some studios that are trying to push out of that, and it's a bit of a mess at the moment.
Well, I reckon the more you build on your personal brand, which is what you're doing at the moment,
Yeah.
and what we're talking about later, like you effectively have 2 funnels in your business, whether you realise it or not. You've got your member funnel, which you're nailing, and then you've also got your team member funnel.
Yes, I realise that now.
So the more and more you work on your personal brand and like the storytelling of what you're up to, and like the fact that, you're casting a vision so fucking big that people can actually see a future with you. Because I think a lot of times as well, we've met so many, like hundreds of them, Pilates studios, is they're actually only offering, the 9:30 Tuesday one and the 4 o'clock Friday one, or like, and they're just like bitsy. But I want someone to say, like, we are building this team that will expand like this. If you actually want a future in the industry, in Pilates, like we get people that knock on our door every day to come and work for us that didn't realize there was another option from being the manager at wherever they're working, because you can't get promoted to an owner.
No. Yeah.
So they hit a brick wall and then they leave. Like when we went through lockdowns, this industry lost 50% of the workforce to other industries, because it's like not often do you see many people around that has grey hair.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to
if you're looking for
balance.
If you're looking for full-time work in the Pilates industry and you're in Sydney, hit up Indi.
I hate ClassPass. They're ruining the industry.
Tell me more.
Yeah, do you use it? And
We do.
Yeah. Everyone says that. Everyone hates them, but they use it. So what's that about?
Is it warranted?
Yes, I couldn't hate ClassPass more if I tried.
Why not?
They're ruining the industry. You can't price yourself properly. We're considered expensive, not even considered factually. We are incredibly expensive on ClassPass, and we've turned it off before. People, the type of consumer that it's so big now, it's just this huge beast. The type of consumer that uses ClassPass, their mentality and their psyche with money, they just go find somewhere else that does offer ClassPass. Of course, you have the people that convert, but we're just noticing that ClassPass has grown so much now. People just find somewhere else because everyone's on ClassPass. And we all collectively hate it, but the beast is so big, and I mean, frankly, we turn over a shit ton of money on ClassPass.
Yeah, so is that the issue? Like if you hate it so much, then turn it off. But but it's kind of like the golden handcuffs, right? Do you reckon they know that?
Of course they do. And I'm someone that's negotiated really good rates with ClassPass and are probably faring a lot better than most studios because I am me and I'm quite intense and went in there and kind of gave a bit of an ultimatum. So, but even I find it really difficult.
They're going to be in that chair next Friday.
Oh, hammer them, please.
What do you want me to ask them?
I really see a place and a value for ClassPass, the old setup that they have.
Which was what?
You were only able to access a business 2-3 times a month or something. It was the people that were never going to commit.
Yeah.
Travel for work heaps.
Off peak.
Yeah. And I think there is potentially a place for that.
Just to fit, because I remember when it started, like they actually filmed their first videos at our old gym. Like,
wow.
It was when Natasha was around and she kind of organised the first things, and it used to just be like fill up the off-peak sessions
that
and
was
get
the
it.
pitch.
Like I think it was $10 or $15 per person that turned up to a
Once every couple of weeks. It
whatever,
wasn't,
12:30 on a Tuesday. Like who cares? No one was in there.
Yeah.
And back
now
then
you swap it.
we could say 6 a.m. is the busiest class, so there's no spots available. But 12:30 on a Thursday afternoon.
Like I'm not even there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can still move it around a little bit, or perhaps it's a setup that I just have, but there's no limit to how much you can access a business. I wish I could literally, some people just cap them and say, you've been enough this month.
Right.
If you'd like to continue coming, you need to buy directly. That I think would be so much more beneficial. It's just a race to the bottom with the industry with ClassPass at the moment. It's shocking. We have people move to ClassPass because we're not even really in control of how much they charge.
Is that right?
And the no-show fees go to them, not us. It's a really weird setup. And
So
I can't quite get a
why doesn't
straight
everyone
answer.
just turn it off?
Someone has to go first. And when it's your bottom line.
Fuck, that is a tricky spot, huh?
And we've had people around us that have turned it off, and I've collected all of their people.
Via ClassPass?
Yeah, their ClassPass users that once went there now come to us.
How much money do you think you make a month on ClassPass?
We turn over about 16 to 18 grand a month
On ClassPass?
just on ClassPass.
Fuck.
So when you're saying
that'd be
to me,
hard to
turn
turn
it off,
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry. I'll let someone else go first.
Yeah.
And they're not eating into too much of, we definitely have more direct members, but.
So why is that, like if I'm devil's advocate, why is that not a good thing for you then? 16 to 18 grand, like you're fucking welcome if I was ClassPass.
Yeah, we're not getting paid fairly for it.
Why not? What would you prefer that to be? If you're speaking on behalf of the Pilates world here, like.
Yeah. I mean, ClassPass is a business, and if you look at their stuff online about them at the moment, they're a business that's built on scaling and volume, not necessarily profit, even within potentially their own business at the moment. So for them, they're charging not much, and they price cap us all, and our payouts are low because they want their clients booking and using
Gotcha,
it.
for volume.
We're kind of a vehicle
Yeah.
to support their desire for scale and volume, if that makes sense.
It does.
So we can't charge appropriately on the platform because that would limit their ability to scale and have
to clip your ticket. Yeah.
Yeah, and have mass volume. So
So is that what you negotiated, was how much they paid you for one of your classes?
yeah, so our credits on the platform, they're much higher than really any of our competitors or people around us, because I then can kind of sleep at night knowing that our direct members are paying very similar, if not the same, which was not the case before. And that's morally for me really hard to sleep
Totally.
at night knowing I'm selling a 20 pack for $600
Totally.
and I've got people on ClassPass in the exact same class paying nothing.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, the conversations are so interesting. All of the Pilates studios as well, like because people will set up, fake accounts just to get like the free intro pass, and then you don't get paid for it. Like there's some shit going on.
I had a
with
girl
it.
in the studio go, oh, I go on ClassPass. I'm just going to set up an account and do the intro offer. I don't think she knew I was the owner. And I was like,
Don't have that. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, Ash always says, like, when she's talking to the Pilates studios on the way in, that there's this kind of, it's almost like what do you call it? Parasitic
Relationship.
relationship. Because there's such a reliance on it, and you can't, like what you're saying, you can't turn it off, but then it's just like, how do you win? But what we try and work on with Pilates studios is not having that be everything, and instead building up we get it. It's very different to like a traditional gym where we didn't really rely on packs at all. So it's different, but having auto pay members is still something that we work on all the time, like with you guys and with all the Pilates studios, because that's the stability that we want to create.
I would have never
matter
offered
what.
packs if I had my time again.
Oh, really?
I would have never even launched with them.
Yeah. When I launched Pilates studios, now they're doing the same thing. They're just doing foundation memberships and going to have maybe one pack option in the future. And that's working actually too.
I've got 2 questions for you. The first question is, do you feel a little bit more in control now that you've got a working funnel yourself? Like, you've got your own offer that you've turned the prices up 4 times. You know how to sell that thing. Those people turn into long-term members that are going to be here 12 months from now. The ones that are actually, they're the ones that you can build your business on. Do you feel a bit more empowered now, with the whole ClassPass situation, that you've got your own funnel than before when you're running or like when you didn't have it?
Yes, definitely. I know now it's work and implementing it and just keep on moving through rather than where do I?
Yeah, and it's almost like reducing your reliance on it, right? So you can, otherwise some people, like, could you imagine if people think like, I don't have a better option though?
Yeah, because I know what will happen one day is like ClassPass will do something. And if the studios who don't have an option, you'll be able to go, you know what, fine. Like, it'll cost me some money now, but I'll just, in a couple months' time, it'll be covered. Whereas the other studio, that'll be an 18 grand hole that they just cannot fill.
Yes. Yeah.
So you said just then, like, that's a pretty big statement in the Pilates world is, what'd you say about packs?
If I had my time again, I would not have ever even offered packs as an option.
What would you do instead?
Just memberships.
Why?
It's so inconsistent. For many reasons. For us as a business, it's very up and down. It takes a lot more work for us as a business to chase that revenue. We're constantly, like, those people, their pack could end and that's just that. And they can ghost you. They stop responding. I think in times like this, it is financially for a lot of people really difficult. Finding $600 for a lot of people is challenging. And then now in the psyche of buying packs, so the consideration of a membership just seems so ridiculous to them, and it takes a lot of work to really explain why $69 a week is a lot more palatable than finding $600 out of nowhere. And then I think actually being able to deliver on the results for people. If you have your big pack of credits and you're up and down, you come 6 times one week and then you injure yourself because you didn't train for 3 months for that, and then you stop and then you come back and they turn around and go, oh, this didn't work. Yeah, well, no kidding. You were up and down like a yo-yo. And it's really hard to show people, to get people the results when they're not consistent, and the pack allows almost too much flexibility.
The mentality of having a pack versus a membership, right?
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Like I bought a pack for the Ardenneros. I've been once.
Like, you just don't, you almost forget it's there.
Yeah, because you've already paid for it.
You haven't paid for it. Yeah.
So like the pain's already gone because you've already paid for it once. You're the same?
I did that with the yoga studio, and it actually ran out. And by the time I realized I had it again, I was like, oh fuck, it's expired. Which is like, it's shit for the business, but then they renewed it. So like this $200 that I'd spent is lasting me,
even longer now. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're never going to see more money from me.
That's also for us a problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't do that anymore.
What's that?
I don't just extend packs anymore.
No.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't have for me. But anyway, I'm using it now.
But it causes a lot of
does it?
A lot
problems.
Of angst.
I'm like the main one in the beaches. It's
from pack people.
Yeah.
I spoke to someone who is the founder of a network, and they are expanding hard over in the US. And we had a chat, and he was like, over here, they got 50 packs and they're shareable.
Oh, see, I wouldn't do that.
they're shareable. You can share them with your
That's
roommates,
mental.
with your flatmates, with your fucking no mates, with your
I know.
family. You just pass around these packs. Like, it's hard to build a business like that, right?
It is, and I think as Australians, though, we all put a lot of pressure on being the nice guy, and so it creates sometimes this situation where you feel as though you need to create shareable packs or extend packs because Australians, we're so quick to be like, oh, well, you're not looking after the people around. I don't know. I think it is a bit of an Australian mentality as well.
Yeah, it's hard to, I think it's also like it's a brand statement. I think it's a positioning. It's part of the positioning. It's part of who you guys are and the standards as well. And it's all well and good being nice, but if you're going to be nice and broke, you can't help anyone if you don't have a studio.
And also you're trying to build a community. It's hard if that's that person, then that person, then every second Wednesday it's their mum.
We did the same thing, right? Like we had a studio that was in the, like famously, like F45 right back in the day, famously, it was the expensive gym that you could train at for 3 months and just like you'd hop around because they would run the 2-week free trial. Like it was famous.
Yeah, remember that.
And, HQ kept telling us, just run the free trials, boys, just run the free trials. They'll turn up, right? And they're going to love it and then they'll stay. That was the whole strategy. What we realized was, it felt shit. Like the community felt shit. It felt like an airport lounge. Like no one knew anyone. The trainers didn't even try to build a relationship with them because like the last time they tried to build a relationship with someone, which is the real business we're in, is relationships, they leave, like they're not even here the next week.
It's hard not to resent those people as well.
Yeah.
And so you don't create the same relationships.
So we were like, fuck it. The first
Fuck free trials.
Fuck free trials, yeah.
Like.
So the first non-free trial we went to was $2 for 2 weeks. Now calm down, hang on a second. I know it doesn't seem so brave now, but back then we were the black sheep. We were like, what? Now $2, nothing special about it. It was the smallest amount we could charge for the system, Mind Body, who bought ClassPass,
I know.
which may be conflict of interest, to hold someone's credit card so we could have a frictionless rollover later on. And then $2 for 2 weeks turned into $14 and turned into like, we just kept going up, right? And then, $300, I don't know where we ended up, but it was for that reason. And every time we turned the prices up, guess what? The community got better.
Yeah.
They stayed for longer.
Yeah, our trialers at the moment are amazing.
They suspended less and they cancelled less.
Yeah.
Like that's how we built $1 million studio, by getting rid of free trials. How many studios do you want?
I don't want any more, but I'd love to have lots of franchises.
How many?
I reckon if I could get to 10 or 15, I'd be like really proud of myself.
That's awesome because you told me 5.
Did I?
It keeps growing.
There you
I love
go. If I could get to 10 or 15, I reckon I'd be really proud of myself. And
Where are they? Like whereabouts?
I'd love to start going interstate, and I would never say no to overseas as well. I feel like there's a huge untapped market globally.
And what do you think like would be different in the way that you do it versus other people that are trying?
I think I think there's a lot of businesses that are just scaling, and it's so transparent that it is for the HQ. It's not for the benefit of the franchisee. The reason I want to go into franchising is I think I'm going to find a lot of fulfillment and joy in helping other people start a business that is profitable and gives them their own business that they perhaps couldn't have done by themselves. They are a Pilates instructor and they're just not sure how to actually build a business from the ground up or a brand from the ground up. And that's where I really am finding my brain go and really excites me. I want other people to be able to have a really profitable and amazing business. That's why.
It sounds like you're kind of doing it for other people to not have untapped potential.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything for you too?
Stop trying to make me cry.
No, I was like, you're going to go there.
You got your mission. I reckon next time we ask you, you will say 45.
Yeah.
But you sound a visionary.
Probably,
You've said 5, then you said 15. You'll say 45 next time. But also, you clearly want to help people skip the first 3 years that you had. Like if someone can go straight to that point.
If I could find a me and they could not do the shit that I've done for the last 3.5 years,
But isn't that some of that shit good for them?
Some of it, but I reckon they could leave a lot
I agree.
on the table too.
Yeah. I think what's important is I think we've got to go through some of the hard.
Yes.
The struggle is the point sometimes. But there is absolutely a point where the suffering is optional.
Mm.
You know, like for instance, we've got a lot of people, we've shown them how to do it. Here's the fucking script. Press those buttons. And well, we know why deep down there's some stuff going on, but just fucking press play. I don't know what, and they just won't do it. But they'll still stay in poor cash flow situations. And it's just follow just pick up the phone and press the numbers.
Do
just
anything except for what actually gets the
Yeah.
result.
If you go to their studio, if you went to our studio when we were making some of our biggest months, fucking pigsty.
We literally have a photo we always show at our retreats where there's a PowerPoint falling off the fucking wall. It's holding on by a thread with chewing gum.
That is hilarious.
But I'll tell you
it's
what.
a good reminder though.
Yeah, I'll tell you what
Keep
though.
going.
Everyone was paying.
Yeah.
So
And it
good.
was an absolute vibe. People weren't there because, okay, maybe safety, but
Getting Ashley onto that. But
Yeah.
every lead got called. Every newbie got checked in with. There was no
Broke every
session where
record.
we didn't give
Amazing.
feedback, intra coach, intra session. It was
members would have run
all the
through
shit
a
that we
brick
say.
wall for Soph and Soph's opposite over in the other studio.
Yeah, wow.
They would have just run through a brick wall for them. It had nothing to do with the logo on the wall, the network we were in, or whatever the fucking workout was on the screen. We'd turn the screen off half the time and just do our own shit.
So it's I'm not sure I should be saying that.
Oh,
no, we loved it.
we were rogue as fuck.
Some of the members, they would walk in when the TVs are off and go, oh God.
So,
Anyway.
your message to people, there's not a testimonial for us, but your message to little Indi,
Mm.
Even 3, 4, maybe 12 months ago, or people that are listening in this, because we know when they listen to our podcast, they're doing a workout, they're doing their errands, they're driving into their studio, or they're watching this and it's pitch black and they're lonely. Most studio owners that we meet are overwhelmed, undervalued, and
Yeah.
lonely as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? For those people who are feeling the heart at the moment, what's kind of your message to those people that you've learned so far? And again, not a testimonial for us.
Yeah, no, I think getting help though from people that know what they're doing, like you guys.
Mm.
I've had so many people around me that have incredible business acumen. They do. I'm incredibly lucky. The support network I have within my family and my husband and my husband's family, I really am so lucky. But none of them have worked in fitness.
It's a different beast.
Fuck, it's
isn't it?
different, bro. We've had
Yeah.
hedge fund managers. We've had people from the NBA, the WNBA.
Our personal careers were much bigger than anything we thought we're biting off in fitness, but it is the hardest thing that we've ever done.
My dad sits there seeing some of the emails that come through, the calls and the things that I'm dealing with, and he's like, shit, I'm in building, which is a notoriously difficult industry.
Yeah, you got
He's like,
bikies and shit.
Yeah, he's like, the stuff that you deal with is intense. And I know so much about law and legalities and just stuff that I never thought that I would have to learn.
Wow.
And when I get in a room or on these calls with everyone in Geronimo, everyone's the same.
Yeah.
And it does help to know that it's not me. I'm
Yeah.
not doing a bad job. This is just what it is. And you just learn how to deal with it. So that would be my biggest thing. Get help from people that know what they're doing. Doesn't matter how smart you are.
Mm.
Can I ask you questions then? Because you haven't missed your numbers. You have submitted every week, even though you were I don't know if we can say this. She was in hospital, but she still submitted them when she got out.
I was at my wedding recovery. I had a drink in my hand and it was
She
quite a
has
few
not
drinks
fucking
deep, and I'm
missed.
Fucking
sitting there
mad, bitch.
and Dan's like, what are you doing? I'm on the beach in
the numbers
Lombok.
in.
I have 50 people around me. I have a shisha thing next to me because it was a wedding recovery. And I was like, just got to do my numbers.
It's Friday. Hasn't missed numbers.
Next
You've
week.
come to the coaching calls. You're checking in. You're doing all the things. So the advice for someone else who is going through the same process and they're not fucking doing it. Sometimes I am a little bit at a loss too. I'm just you've signed up to get help, but you're not accessing it. So what would your advice be? And how, because you were wearing all the hats, you were busy, you've got all the same shit going on. How do you make sense of that?
I can't make sense of it.
Neither can I.
Don't sit there and complain if you're not doing everything in your power. Complain once you're literally doing everything. And then you'll probably not have no reason to complain. So it's like a nice full circle, really. I don't get it, but I think that's why a lot of people stay stuck. It's so much easier just to complain and blame on anything but yourself. If I'm sitting there in hospital or sitting there at my wedding recovery 10 drinks deep, my numbers may have not been super accurate. but I did it. There's just it. I don't know. That's why people stay stuck. That's why a lot of people don't reach their potential. And it circles back to that. I won't let that happen. You got to like stare yourself in the mirror and seriously be comfortable with the fact that you might get through life having not reached all the things that you want to reach. And if you're okay with that, then fine, but I'm not. So that was quite deep, wasn't it?
I love that. It's so true.
We're going to snippet that. Play some people who don't do their numbers. Play it right back to them.
Also, I've got Soph to answer to, and Soph's like, where are your numbers? Terrible nightmares.
What about people that quit? Like, that get to, you got a question around that? Because we had an internal team meeting yesterday.
Well, yeah, there's
it's unfiltered.
There's
no one's
different
listening.
points where people will quit. So the first dip is where people get overwhelmed because they're wearing all the hats and they're like, oh, now I've got to learn all these new skills. What are these ads? Pressing these buttons. I'm bad at tech. All of that, right? So that's the first dip that I kind of just spoke about. So that instead of like moving towards it and saying like, fuck that, I need to do everything in my power, they'll like, you're overwhelming me or I can't do it. And it's like, I don't have time, whatever. So you've already answered to that point. But then there's another point where people get to, and you might arrive there soon, but because of how you're wired, you'll respond differently to most, which is the dip where you've made enough money in sales that now you're fucking really busy and you've got to start hiring. And this leadership ceiling is here where you're like doubting yourself.
I'm going towards that now.
Yeah. And do you know what they say to me is they say, I'm burnt out. I'm doing everything. I need to like pull back and I need to just like integrate everything. But it's like, it's integrated. You're just at the next ceiling now and you actually just need to hire and follow the next couple of steps and put up with it. So yeah, what do you think how are you going to process that and deal with that when you arrive?
I always come back to a couple of things. I'm in a household and a family, an extended family where don't complain. Yeah. Just deal with it. And I am very lucky in that, and that's how I have been raised. Just suck it up. Like, what are you going to do? You've got rent to pay and things to deal with, and things can go backwards as well. There's no point in just sitting still. Just keep going. But I think also you said something at one point that has really resonated with me. And
it was probably me.
Probably came from you, to Sophie. The reason that you're facing these problems is because you've unlocked new levels to get there. So then surely doesn't it mean that if you've done that before, then you're going to unlock this? Just expect problems are going to come up. And as soon as you said that to me not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, it really stuck in my brain and just clicked. Business is not, there is no finish line. You just keep going and new shit keeps on coming up that you have to figure out and solve. And you speak to people who have built these incredible businesses that are world-renowned. They're dealing with shit every single day. And I think it's actually just learning how to deal with the coping mechanisms to deal with that healthily and just keep going. It's not going to end. And if you want it to end, you should probably just get out of business because it's just not going to.
Yep.
And that's only just started to click for me really since with being with you guys probably. I've been a bit more aware of it.
Yeah, it doesn't get easier. It gets harder. But you just get more conditioned to solving bigger problems, bigger challenges.
I have so many things happen a day now that
no one would believe you.
I had 3 girls quit this week.
Yeah, no one.
And then my manager was off sick for 4 days.
Yeah, no one would believe you. Like I was too scared to check my emails on Sundays because Sundays is when we used to get the resignations.
Oh,
just on Sundays, it's like just all these fucking flakes. These like wanderers through life. They just want to go and follow their passion, doing some dog walking or some bullshit.
Public holidays are a really bad one.
Yeah, exactly. It's
More
like you
time
just
to
had
do
a
life
fucking,
admin.
you just had a bender, mate. Yeah, like fucking
Yeah, all
pussy.
this scat. Yeah.
But I couldn't agree with you more, Indy. Like, and these aren't our beliefs. These are just what we've discovered. Like, this is like, it's almost like once you reach the point where you've accepted the fact that the problem is you think you shouldn't have problems.
Mm.
It's just not going to happen, and you're going to be eternally unhappy.
Just get a fucking job, and that's okay.
Well, then
Yeah.
you still have problems then too.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
but
the
there's-
problem isn't the problem. The problem is how you think about the problem.
You know, it's the infinite game. You know, it's because what it is, it's like the scoreboard is the revenue, and it's just you're just working through it, right? You get to a point where it feels like play. Now that doesn't mean it's easy, but it's like there's a new puzzle to unlock, and it's like you're a video, like you're a character in a game,
Yeah.
and you're moving through it. There's different devils at every level. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
There's a story that we'll tell. Like last Thursday, we went out for Epic. That's when I was in Manly, right? And we went out for an awesome dinner. With Danny, who we love, at Kelly Partners. Now, we hit him up for some questions about the business, and we're like, fuck, it feels like, because we're 5X since December. So we're like trying to grab on and trying to like things that was working back then, like doesn't work anymore. We've got to like upgrade systems. Like when you guys don't see us, we're upgrading systems in the background, our own systems.
I know. Can you not take Soph away as my coach, though? I don't know. Like, just move it around.
She left yesterday. So we said to Danny, mate, like fucking what does like his business partners with a guy called Brett Kelly, as in Kelly Partners, and like what does Brett think? And he goes, it's the same thing. Like when they've scaled that company, which is on the stock exchange, it's a fucking mess. But there was a point where even he was asked, hey Brett, how do we kind of clean this up? And he goes, I don't know, let me go and ask someone else. So he's someone else. He had to fly to where?
Monaco,
To meet this person.
a billionaire. So they're sitting on a private yacht. He's going like my business is growing, but it's a bit of a shit fight behind the scenes. You're a billionaire. Surely you've got it figured out. He's like, nah. It's held together by sticky tape and blue tack. But he's a billionaire. He goes, it's never going to stop.
Yeah, everyone says it.
You don't win at business, but the only way to lose is if you stop playing.
Yeah. I really thought there would be a finish line.
There is no finish line. Because it's,
Just keep going.
you know why? Because it's you.
Yeah.
It's you. It's me. It's him. It's you. It's you. It's like, it's us. Like the business is just a reflection of us.
Mm.
So that's also the good news
Mm.
because it's in our control. It's absolutely in our control. And I think that's the biggest thing that we find with people that like really do get into that pro room and like continue to ascend up is that they realize A, it's me, and B, there is no finish line. The people who like get to $1 million and then bounce, when we speak to people from the martial arts world, they say the two biggest quit points in martial arts is white belt, which is at the start, which is where Sophie got to, and then black belt and black belt,
Yeah.
right? But the people that stop at black belt, what they failed to realize was black belt is just mastering the basics.
Yeah, wow.
There's levels to it, like from there. Like so when you really work into mastery.
It's a good lesson in self-development business.
Yeah.
The best. Yeah.
And I reckon that's good parenting, what they've done with you. Like that's, I've got 3 girls under 10. Like that, I don't know what homework's due or what clothes they're meant to be wearing tomorrow, but what the teachers, I don't even know what the teachers' names are. But I reckon that's parenting.
Yeah, I've got great parents.
Mm.
Great parents. Dad made me go through getting it all set up. He knew exactly what he was doing. And he was like, I'm just going to, you go. I'll make sure that it doesn't go to shit,
Yeah.
but
it's
catch
on-
it just at the last minute if
But
need
it's on
be.
you.
And he has.
But it's
He's
on you.
caught it a couple times, but
What do you, just before we kind of wrap this episode up and then move into the next one, which
Yeah.
you don't even know the next one's happening.
no.
Yeah.
Let's
So
do
talk
it.
about Unfiltered. Like you don't even know it's happening and we're going to hit you with it. Well, like you talked about like untapped potential.
Yeah.
What are some of the things in just even the last 3 months that you've seen in yourself, because it has been intense for you.
Mm.
What are some of the things that you've seen in yourself that you didn't even realize you were capable of?
My biggest thing recently has been becoming a much better leader that I didn't think I had the capacity to do. And I think it's truly monkey see, monkey do. I think it is being in a room with people like yourselves and other business owners that are doing a really good job at it. I think that's been my biggest thing. I really struggle. I find being a boss really difficult.
Oh, is that right?
Incredibly difficult. I'm such a straight shooter and say it like it is. Pilates is notoriously quite a bitchy industry. Really bad. And
Is that right?
So bad. And I started really young. I made a lot of mistakes and I was probably a lot more bitchy than I should have been because you are at 22 and 23. And I think that made me then also doubt myself as I got older and moved through this business the last few years. And I've, in the last few months, realised that I do have the capacity to be a good leader and help people and help them grow. And I think that's been the biggest thing for me recently. That has been the biggest struggle for me the whole time. Probably.
How old are you now?
Just turned 27.
Indi. Thanks for episode 1.
Thank you.
And also, honestly, any words from the coach?
I love working with you. Like it's such a.
You tell everyone that, but why specifically for Indi?
It's such a pleasure to work with someone who's coachable, who's like up for it, and you never come with like, fix it for me. Everything's fucked. It's just perspective, and you've done thinking for yourself already, and you own it, which like you do with everything in your business and have done for the last 3.5 years. But yeah, someone who's receptive and does the fucking work. Like that's the best part of being a coach for someone is when you can kind of give them a plan, but they're not just taking their brain out and then seeking permission. And you can really have this like relationship where you work together and call them forward and they're up for it and they do something with it. I love that. Yeah, you're just getting started. It's really exciting.
Like, actually, it's
I'm
phenomenal.
a bit of a tornado, but
I reckon Indi.
a hardworking tornado.
Yeah, you work hard, but you're also up for like different perspective and open to a different way of doing things, and you've like implemented at every stage. So yeah, I think it's also just the brand that you're building. I think it's really exciting to be part of that. Like core culture is a cool concept, and we've spoken a lot about what that means to people, and I think it's going to be an exciting conversation that we have about franchising.
This has been awesome.
Yeah, I know.
This has been awesome.
It is.
Any last things, Benny?
No. Like you're just smashing it. The attitude, your perspective, like the lessons you learn along the way, like you're in good stead.
Yeah.
In the words of Steve Jobs, stay humble, stay foolish, which basically means like just always, there's always another level. There's always another level. When people kind of hit like one best month and they go, guys, I figured out business. I figured it out, guys.
I don't need anything else now.
Guys, I figured it out. Right? And then we go and fucking.
You've only just done 1 week of rollover.
Yeah, seriously. And then we go and like send them a message 6 weeks later.
With every art.
And it's fucking. And we just think, fucking hell. Like, why'd you get off? Like.
Keep your foot on the gas.
Seriously, man. Like, you gots to. All right. Thank you. We'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Audience, plenty of notes for you guys to take down.
Yeah.
See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. If something resonated with you, then do one of 2 things. Either leave a review or send this episode to a mate who's in the industry who might need to hear this. But if you want more right now, because your head might be spinning and you're like, all right, what the hell do I do right now? Then in the show notes, you'll find a link to where you can book in for a free 15-minute checkup on your studio, where we get to have a look at how you're going right now and where some of the kind of quick win opportunities are to get you moving faster. I can't wait to be back in your ears next week. And if you're listening to this right now, I want you to know that I love you, I appreciate you, I'm grateful for you, and I'm in your corner. You are on the right track and I believe in you. So keep going, and I'll see you next week.